it's V. Welcome to my channel. I am back with another series of videos. I'm going to be doing the Elemental Foundations tag created by Star the Wild Witch. And as with my last video, I'm on my iPad, so I have to remember to look at the camera and not over there. So bear with me. It's late. I had surgery this week. Minor surgery. Wasn't that bad, but I'm still a little off. So we're gonna try to get this done. I'm gonna do a batch recording, so I might do a couple of them. If my brain works, I may do a couple of them and then the other couple of them, and we'll see how it goes. But today's video is going to be Earth. And I'm actually kind of excited to do this tag. Now, it's probably not going to be like the every week. I don't know. If I can get them batch recorded, maybe we'll be fine. But my computer just went off. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I got to go back to my mom's tomorrow. So let me just jump right into it so we can just get on with things. I had a whole intro. I've been trying to do this video so many times, but my brain is just not connecting to my mouth. So we're going to try. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes. So I'm just going to jump right into the questions. The first question in Earth is, how do you perceive the qualities of Earth elemental energy? To me, when I think of the Earth element, when I think of the qualities, I think of grounding. I think of kind of like a home, like homey. I'm a Virgo, so I'm an Earth sign, so maybe that has to do with it. But it feels very grounding, very centered, very homey to me. And I do resonate with the Earth symbol quite well. Again, brain, mouth, not working. So we're going to go on to the second question before I just ramble in too many tangents like I did when I was trying to record this before. All right, second question. In what way do you connect with Earth energy in your daily life? I do this several ways. Now, I want to preface this that even though I'm a Virgo, I am not the touch grass type person. I have a little bit of OCD when it comes to taking off my shoes and socks and standing on grass. And I have a couple reasons for that, which is very strange because I grew up on a farm and I was always barefoot. Always barefoot. I can't do it as an adult. I just can't. It could be that I've had multiple ant attacks where they bite your ankles and it hurts. Tangent, just to give you an example of what I mean by attacked by ants. When we moved into this house, the house had been sitting for like 9 months and with nobody living here. And I guess in that time period, field ants decided to take over the property. We didn't know this. So my husband and I moved in. We're looking around the yard, seeing what's there. I walk out. I got sneakers and socks on. And the second I step in the grass, field ants come out of nowhere and start biting my ankles, getting into my shoes, and it was painful. So that was my first ant attack. The second ant attack actually happened on vacation. I went, my husband and I went to St. Martin several years ago, and we went to the French side of the island. We go up to the fort, and we're looking out over the the barracks where the cannon was, and I must have stepped in one of those fire ant. I don't know if they call them fire ants in the islands, but that type of ant, and they just started attacking me because I guess it interfered with their work. I don't know, but they started attacking me, so I had all these little red bites all over my ankles. That was the second time. The third time was when, I don't know what ants have against me, but the third time is just a few years ago. We moved my mom to New York. We're in her yard. We're like on her one side patio, and we're cleaning things up and organizing, and I stepped on a crack. And I guess the crack, there was a anthill. And again, ants decided, these itty tiny, tiny, teeny ants decided to bite the heck out of my ankles. So I don't like to take off my shoes and walk in the grass. So I don't do the touch grass type thing. But what I do is I have gotten into houseplants. If you remember way back in the day, I started a whole bunch of plants from seed. Unfortunately, they're hanging on by the tiniest, most delicate thread, and most of them probably are going to die because of my absence over the last year and a half taking care of my mom. So I'm going to have to start over. But the one plant that me planting by seed decided to go nuts, and I only planted, what did I plant? I think 18 seeds, and that was marigolds. And they grew great. My husband transplanted them into these big pots, and when they're outside in front of the house, and frost came, they died. The seeds decided, I guess, to blow all over the yard, and this past year they had taken over. We had marigolds everywhere. They were in the concrete cracks of the stairs. They were on the sides of the stairs. There was piles over here, piles over there. So I would say that that was a success. So I did that to connect. And I am getting very much into herbology and herbs. And when I was at my mom's house this past summer, when she got out of the hospital, she wanted to start gardening. So we were outside a lot, and we noticed that a lot of the things that she planted when she moved in, they were growing. So we had sage, we had mint, we had lemon balm, and we had a little bit of rosemary, and we realized that my mother's yard had so much mugwort, she never knew it was mugwort. I was excited. So the whole summer, I was able to harvest, hang to dry, collect, put them in jars, and, do the witchy thing, which I loved. I absolutely loved doing that. And that helped me connect with earth energy as I was trying to come back from extremely stressful year. And I am looking forward to restarting all over again with my seeds, maybe choose some seeds that I know might be a little bit better for me. And I may just go to like Lowe's and pick up some already growing herbs and then work with them instead of growing like my basil from seed. Um, but um, but at least while I was gone, a couple of my plants did bloom before they died. So I was very excited about that. So that's how I connect to earth energy in my daily life. Third question, how does the element of earth influence your personal growth and stability? Well, I kind of just said in so many words. Being at my mom's house after being so stressed and having my health go downhill, being able to harvest, dry, collect, jar herbs was extremely grounding for me. It helped me connect to the vision of myself that I see in the future. It helped me connect with the energies of those plants. And it definitely aided my healing in some way. All right, question number 4. In what ways do you work with Earth in your unique spiritual journey? Again, a question I think I've already answered, but I do want to add that I do plan once I recover from, I had surgery this past weekend, recover from the surgery and get my anxiety levels down to a minimum, bring my blood pressure down, and continue to heal a little bit. I am planning on getting certified, or at least taking a course in herbology. Um, I I love. I have an apothecary that's growing, and I do want to, whenever I can get around to my Magick Rocks shop, I think it's going to turn into an apothecary too. So, I like the concept of making my own teas, making tinctures and medicines. Um, that really appeals to me. So I have a feeling that that's going to be a huge part of my journey going forward, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, question 5. In moments, in moments, in disconnect from the earth, probably in moments of disconnect from the earth element, what practices help you to reconnect? Um, I I think the most, since I'm not a touch grass kind of girl. Um, I think when all right. So basically back to what I was doing at my mom's house. I think the whole concept of harvesting, watching them grow, harvesting, drying, and collecting into jars. That is very healing to me. And I do know that with my house plants, if I really need to ground, I will repot, or I will buy a plant and tend to it. And most plants, if they're not too sensitive, I will repot shortly after I get them, put them into, like a self-watering pot, or at least a clear nursery pot so I can see everything. And the concept of touching the dirt and putting the plant within the new dirt, that's very grounding for me. And I noticed a couple of times in the last year how much I felt more centered after repotting a plant. and harvesting, and then sitting there with, like, say, this year I harvested a lot of the seed pods of my marigolds that were everywhere. And so taking the seeds out and putting them in little bags and being able to do something tangible with my plants is very, very grounding for me. Um, all right. What lessons have you learned from the earth element? Patience. Patience. Being able to move with the slower rhythms of the earth. As a person with ADHD, it's really hard for my brain to slow down. It's always on. It's like, sometimes I tell my mom or I tell my husband, I'm like, this thing never stops. It just never stops. I have to take melatonin so I can go to bed because this doesn't stop. And being able to be with my plants, be with my herbs, it helps me realize the benefits of that slower, patient energy. So that is probably the biggest lesson that I have learned. Outside of the, like, don't overwater your plants, don't underwater your plants. This plant needs that plant. Those lessons too, but they don't really help with my spiritual journey. but but anyway, yeah. So that's that question. All right, question number 7: how do you incorporate earth energy into your home and environment? I bring plants in. I love fall colors. I have a green couch. Um, I love dark wood. I love floral. Me as a person, I am pretty much in black every day. I'm a little bit gothy, maybe a lot gothy. But when it comes to my house, I very much like color, and I love the colors of the earth. Um, Yellows and greens and browns and um, burgundies and magentas and just all of those colors of nature. I like to bring in to my home. So my home is completely opposite of who I am, except for the fact that I have like bats hanging from my sconces and like mice and stuff like that and spiders. But the house, as you can see, yellow and burgundy, pink candles, dark wood. I like the hominess of the earthy colors. Um. Oh, last question. Is there a new practice or approach with earth energy that you'd like to explore? Um, I I haven't really done it too much, so I guess what I mentioned before, being able to create teas and be able to work and make medicine from plants. Um, that is something that I really want to explore. Um, Outside of that, I am limited to some of the things that I would like to explore as far as plants go, because I only really have one window that can support plants. And I have my poinsettia, my snake plant, my money tree, and my succulents. They're not even getting enough light. So um, they're still alive, but they are not very happy they're always trying to wind their way to the light. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with that. But because I only have basically one window and I don't have enough grow lights in this house, There's a lot of plants that I would like to explore. I think as far as my plant hobby, I would love to get into carnivorous plants, but I don't have enough light now, and my house is too dry. So I need to create the environment that they can exist. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so those are my questions. Now let's go to the tarot card. Pull for Earth. And I'm going to be using my little mini pocket Rider-Waite. I've been trying to connect with this deck. And my little hands, I don't know how you guys do it. I just can't. I can't do this. Like, I can't. I guess it's practice. I can't do it. I am a riff dealer, or a riff shuffler, cutter. But I've been definitely trying to learn. I used this Bikini deck last, and I've been trying to like sit with this deck and you know, pull a card here or there, shuffle, 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 shuffle. Trying to do it. So, all right, shuffled 3 times. Let's cut 3 times. Boop, boop, boop. And the question, and I will shuffle again, for the Earth. In what area of your life do you need stability right now? That's a loaded question, because if I don't use a card, it is a mile-long list. So let's see what area of my life do I need stability right now? What area of my life do I need stability right now? Okay, let's cut it again. I'm still learning about the whole shuffling, trying to get the feel. All right, card. Oh, interesting. I'm going to block it because YouTube doesn't like it. But I got the Lover's card. I don't know what that's for, so let me get the card, because if it's my relationships, my relationships are very stable. So I'm not sure. Let's see if there's other meanings. I mean, I can rely on my mom and my husband. Like, I mean, they're always there. They're always there for me. And I don't even doubt that. All right, so attraction, love, beauty, trials, overcome. And then reversed, failure, foolish designs. So attraction, love, beauty, trials, overcome. You know what's the end of that, trials, overcome. I do not feel very sure of myself yet. And this month, I'm supposed to be building the foundation of the whole year. And I'm starting back to doing the videos. I haven't started yet, but I'm going to go back to my project. I've already got like 1/5 of it the way done. Sorry, I just had a pain on my back. That's where my surgery was, by the way. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm going to think it's the trials overcome, what it says in the book. Now, I don't typically see this card as, I mean, this is a relationship card to me. I don't have any doubts in the stability of my relationships. So I'm just going by this little tiny book here. Attraction, Love, Beauty, Trials Overcome. I'm going to go with the Trials Overcome because that is the only place in my life where I do need some stability. I'm still learning how to pull myself out of the mire, so to speak. Excuse me. So yeah. So in what area of my life do I need stability right now? Yeah, if I go with the trials overcome, yeah, I need to have confidence in myself that this too shall pass. Because like I said, I'm in a tower moment. And I am not quite ready to start picking up the bricks to rebuild. But I'm starting to clear the ground. And maybe that's where I need the stability. I need to learn how to do that properly. So whatever I start to build on top of that stands strong and stands tall. So that is the Earth portion of the Elemental Foundations tag. I tried not to make it too long, but I'm a rambler, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to leave the video there, and then I'm going to record the next one. And then I'll dribble them out, but I'm going to record the next one. So yeah, if you have any comments or how you connect to the earth energy, I will leave all of the information in the description box. So if you would like to do the tag, you are welcome. Everybody's invited to do the tag. It came out in December. I'm a little late to the party, but you know what? It's all good. It's all good. All right, I will see you in the next one.